really excited about this because this is a completely new experience for me. And of course, you do realize that I've got more than I started off with. So I'm sorry about that, but let's go.
So we're going to get going. So we're going to start with some a simple fold to get your clothing nice and small to fit in your case. So we're ready. We're going to start with a jumper.
Okay.
You got your jumper? I think you may as well do it with me actually. Get the jumper.
Yeah.
Start by doing maybe a couple of inches from the bottom. Fold it underneath.
Put the jumper facing me. I do, don't I?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm only doing this so that you can see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But it is better to do it facing you. Right. And then we're going to, from the arm to the bottom of the jumper, we're going to fold it over so that you're folding up to the yoke. Then we're going to put the arm down and flat and then just fold it over neatly. Try and make sure you've got as least wrinkle as possible because that'll help obviously when you unroll it. Do the same on the other side and you're making a neat little rectangle. Put the arm down, smooth it out and fold the arm over. Then you're going to turn it round so that the neck is facing you and then tightly you're going to roll all the way to the end and then you get the flap and then you pull it round and then you've made yourself a little parcel.
It's so cool.
So good, well done. One down. Let's get the t-shirt.
Okay.
Same principle, make it nice and smooth. Oh, fold underneath, a couple of inches. And smooth that down. And then picking up from this part of the t-shirt,
Yeah.
fold it over. And then have the arm folded over again. And then same over the top, so you're making a rectangle. And it looks a bit like that. From the neck, roll down. And then using the flap, pull it over and you've got another little parcel. Probably could have done my flap a little bit shorter on that one.
Yes.
Perfect.
So this ideas, you were telling me at some point that they come from military.
I think they come from the army, yeah. It does have a name, but I've forgotten it now. It's a something fold. Anyway, there's two.
Okay.
And that's basically in the military, they obviously just have several tops, several trousers, a few socks, that's all they're allowed.
Yeah.
Are we going to go with the capri pants?
Yes.
Right, we're going to fold this. We'll start by making sure you've done all your buttons up, your zips.
Yep.
Smooth them over and then fold them in half on top of each other.
Yeah.
And then flatten it out. And then you're going to get one of the legs and fold it over, I don't know, from maybe a third from the crotch. Fold it over an angle. And then from the waistband, you're going to roll, you're going to actually, sorry, put the crotch part in so it's nice and straight. Then you're going to roll the top. Keep it really tight. You're going to roll over there. Can you see how that's now at kind of different angles? And then you've got the floppy leg left. You've got a baton.
Yeah, I got the baton.
I was thinking we should have done a race. And then put your hand in the trouser leg that's flopping. And then just, it kind of looks like an umbrella.
It is, it's so funny. And I was just thinking to myself what the designer would say if he saw you doing this. It would make
I know, well.
But it worked.
And then now we're going to get your jeans. Exactly the same thing. Make sure the zips, the buttons, all the bits and pieces are done up.
Hang on a minute.
And then,
so your zip is inside, right? So your zip inside.
yeah, so I did my zip inside, smooth it over, fold the crotch. You kind of do have to hold that when
Yeah, I can say
the leg at an angle again.
Yeah.
Start from the waistband. Now don't do this as tight as you can, because obviously it depends what kind of jeans. These are straight legs, so there's quite a lot of room.
Mm.
Roll, 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 roll.
Yeah, mine are tough. Hey. Okay, so we're doing the funnel thing again, are we?
Yeah, and then put your hand down the loose leg, and then make a little package.
They do make me laugh, these packages.
Yeah.
Great.
And now we've got a little bundle here. Put them to the side, in fact.
Right.
Perfecto. And now we're going to get the leggings. Now we're going to do this slightly differently. You can do your jeans like this, but I just find it too hard. So I don't do jeans like this, but you could give it a go. If maybe you've got a jegging or something, this would work. Start with the waistband.
Yeah.
Fold the waistband over so that you're rolling it over. Then fold the trousers as we did before, one on top of the other, and smooth them out. Then put the little crotch bit in so it's nice and straight. And then from the bottom, not the top, from the ankle, roll nice and tight. Do you think when you get the knack of this, you'll actually start to do it a lot quicker? Like you could see that, yeah.
I know.
You're doing brilliantly though.
This is, I know.
And then get the waistband.
Yeah,
And
I think I would actually. You're right. I would do it quicker.
these actually are really satisfying because they just look really neat and compact.
I know. Okay, so
But that's because the jersey fabric works well. Now the tights is very similar. Just smooth out the tight, put it on one leg on top of the other so they're flat, and then just roll from the bottom. You said you already did this anyway.
yeah, I think it's just that habit of having so many tights.
Then you get all the way to the end, and then get the flat and pull it around. Oh, that was much neater, that one. And then you make like another little parcel.
Yeah, I think it depends on the volume of the thickness of the tight. Okay, so
Are we going to have a go at that coat? Because I felt it was important to show people a dress. Or shall I just do the dress?
you do the dress. You do the dress.
Now your phone's going.
Yeah.
Right, so here is, I just tried to pick a standard sort of dress, length, whatever. Lay it flat, get the bottom, fold it over so it's now, you can hold it like that. And then we just pretend it's like a t-shirt. So we fold it underneath and then fold it over one way. And then fold it on top on the other so it's like a rectangle. Then from the neckline, roll, 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 roll. And then using the flap, pull it over. Ta-da! And you actually did this with a coat earlier and it was amazing because we didn't think it was going to work and it ended up quite good, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It did. It was brilliant. I mean, I'm sure it will be underneath there somewhere.
So basically, we've kind of condensed it to that.
Yeah, I have to say I've got loads more, obviously, from what we did before. But yes. Oh, apart from those floppy ones, but you did suggest with the floppy ones to put on top because it's just nothing.
I kind of thought once you've kind of got everything in your case and you've managed to bundle all your little packages wherever they fit neatly, rather than kind of scrumpling something up, it would be easier just to fold something as least folded as possible, so it's almost just laid on the top, and that would be the first thing you take out. See, I think that's a really nice size case. I think you're going to get quite a lot in there.
Good.
You've got no choice.
What should I start with, darling?
Well, I think you need to start with, you know, the kind of like the heavier items. I noticed when I saw some pictures the other day, you had, well, your specials shower scraper for a start.
Yes. Gotta come
and your conditioner that you had, all those sorts of items, and maybe your shoes, they need to go around the edge. And then you need to pack all of these things in the middle.
Okay, so let me just get my shoes. Now, you said something super interesting, which I hadn't taken into account, but obviously, you know, after you've been wearing shoes for like maybe 3 months and you've only got 3 pairs, it might not be an idea to put your socks in them because it could be quite an unpleasant odor.
Yeah.
So I think obviously I'm going to go by what you said, and I always have it in
a shoe bag.
Yeah. So what are you saying I should do with this?
Well, I would just put all of those things at the side, so they're kind of tucked at the side.
Yeah.
One thing I would say about the trainers, though, if you do have, you know, depending on what cosmetics you use or anything that may be cylindrical that could fit inside the shoe, that's, you know, you could put, or maybe I don't know how big your cleaning product is that you've brought along with you, something that might go inside the shoe that's not something you're going to wear.
True. I hadn't thought of that at all. Okay. Can't think of anything at the moment, but it's worth remembering because I do always do. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. So are you going to try and, well, how are we going to do this now? Are you going to try and put all the bulkier items, the non-clothing, because I remember you had different piles with different stuff, like your cleaning products, your clothes wash, your cosmetics, because some of those things you're not going to want to put in straight away anyway, are you?
I I don't want to put my wash bag in.
No, so that's kind of at the end.
Yeah. But I do have all, I mean, and also I've got all these kind of, you know, I don't know, this sort of thing, you know, like books and bits and bobs.
Yeah, but again, I think you could put the books, if you want them in the case, if you can imagine, you almost like build a wall around your case. Do you think? Yeah,
I'm there. I've got you.
Yeah. A bit like how builders keep all the rubble in the skip. Build a wall.
Okay. Yeah, because I have got sort of, you know, weird things that I've got. I mean, I've got this sort of thing. I've got 2. I don't know why I brought 2.
You know, you're a bit too high for me. I can't see. What's that?
This was, you know, oh God, my earphones. I brought 2. I don't know why, but I did. I brought 2. So I could put that round the side, couldn't I?
Yeah.
A bit bulky.
You want it to be at the side, sort of, I would say, upright, so that nothing's sort of squashing onto it. So it's more, I would think it's more protected if they're at the side. Do you think so?
Yeah, yeah, because, I mean, remember, it's not as if I'm going on a plane. So.
No, and those things won't obviously mould, whereas this, something like this is going to bend if you push it and manipulate it, whereas you can't bend your headphones. They need to be somewhere, they need to be in first.
Okay, and then I've got, well, just having a quick look, but I don't have, I mean, that got these things actually. This is my, you know, all my sort of electronic equipment.
Oh yes. Again, I'd probably put that at the side.
I'll tell you what I do have. Things like, you know, like extra masks, because.
Oh yeah, but to be honest with you, I'd probably keep anything like that. I'd keep probably quite separate. Have you got like a mesh part in that case?
Yeah, I've got jewellery and things.
Yeah, I mean, you pack that quite well yourself anyway, but I would keep the masks more accessible.
Okay. So
in terms of, even if you had to open your case, you know exactly where they are.
True. Okay.
So in fact, in your suitcase, sometimes on the other side, there is actually a zip bit on the actual outside of the case. Have you got that?
Yeah. Would you put them in
That's where I'd probably put those masks.
Okay, good. Well, I'll put them here. Yeah, because I don't really, but you never know when you might need them.
Well, it's, or you've dropped it or whatever, yeah.
Exactly, it'd be dreadful. All right, so I think I've got all the bulky stuff, apart from, yeah, oh, yeah. No, hang on a minute.
This is called you're having a conversation in your head.
Yeah, no, because you know, I have got a bag, so there are certain things that I have to carry with me.
Yes.
This is my another piece of equipment. You know, those mirrors which you look at when you're plucking your eyebrows. To those.
Yes.
So I've got that.
Yeah. So one of the other things I'd say, and I think you've probably already gathered this for yourself, but particularly when you're traveling on your own and there's nobody to kind of lean on to carry an extra bag, whatever, is where possible, make sure that any kind of hand luggage or anything you're actually having to carry and put on your shoulder is lightweight, or the stuff that you're going to use, because anything heavy you want in that case, don't you?
Yeah.
Because you can wheel your case and then the case goes on the plane or the train, whatever.
Yeah.
But you don't want to carry that heavy stuff.
No, I agree with you. I mean, I've got to carry my laptop. There is no way.
Yeah, but that's different. You have to keep that with you. But there's also, you know, like the mirrors and the bits and bobs. Yeah. You don't need this.
No, I've got that. Okay, so I've done that bit. Now what goes in?
Did you not say you had teas and stuff?
Yeah.
Where were you planning for that? Was that going to go in that shopping bag or?
Yeah, but I could put it here, I guess. But I think
yeah.
But I do.
I think the aim of today is to get as much as possible in that case, so you're carrying as least as possible.
Okay, so I've got, obviously, you know, I've got this.
What's that?
That's my paperwork that I never look at because I hate. And
okay, well, the paperwork that you never look at, you're probably too busy to actually look at it today, because you might even find you can throw some of it away.
So should I put that here?
Don't put the paperwork on the outside, because if anyone was to go through your case, put it inside the case at the bottom, because it's flat anyway. And do you need to access that at all while you're travelling, or is that fine to take to your next destination?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Yeah, that's anything like that. That is so funny. I love that. Just pop your little friend at the side.
Yay! Can't bear it, darling. Even, you know, wherever I'm staying, I just feel so guilty if I don't give, you know, the shower doors a really good clean down. I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay, so, I think that's all the big bits out. Seriously.
Wow.
My wash bag.
Oh, I must admit, I'm the world's worst. I have so many. I must put probably 4 different creams on my face before I've even got close to any makeup. No, I have tons of that stuff.
But it has to go separately, as you know. That has got to go in there somewhere, but I can't put it in now because I'm going to be using it.
Right, listen, so for right here and now, all the little parcels that you've made up, you could probably start putting those in. And one thing that I did want to say to you, because we did touch on this, that moving forward, it might be easier for you if you do actually buy those zippable kind of case compartments. I can't remember what you call them.
Yeah.
So that, like, for example, all your tights are stacked neatly in one of those little bags, and then they're zipped up, which obviously squashes them again. And you could even label them so you know when you're there, that's my tights, that's my whatever. So that's something you could do another time if you decide to get them.
If you know of any that, you know, either, you know, that or I suppose one can make them oneself really, but
yeah,
you know, if you know of anything, do send me a link so that I can.
Yeah, because some brands, I bought some from IKEA, and I'm going to be honest, the zips just fell off and they weren't worth buying, but obviously you can get better ones. So if you start putting that stuff in now, but obviously you're going to have to really push it in, so it's you know, for space saving.
So should I put the big ones first?
Yeah, I put the big, oh, I don't know actually. I'll tell you why I'm not sure about that, because it's going to get the most squashed at the bottom. So maybe leave that one to the top. I know what your method is, but I'm just wondering whether to start with the smaller ones.
What, like all the tights?
Well, it doesn't have to be tights, but maybe the t-shirts.
Oh, okay, fine.
Or maybe all the things that are of a similar size in terms of, you see how these are quite similar?
Yeah, yeah, I'm putting the...
Because then they'll kind of use up every bit of space, and then all the little tights and that can fill up all the gaps.
Okay, we're going for it.
Yeah, so it was only stuff that I think is going to get too creased. I know I've done this in the past myself, put something at the bottom that really shouldn't have been at the bottom, and then by the time it's come out, it just looks like a rag.
Okay, I've actually put in, and you mean just putting it all over, right? Just putting it everywhere?
Do you know what, I would only suggest, like, because we haven't got the packing cases, you could just put it all over. If you really wanted to be organised, you could have put all the t-shirts together, you could have put all your tops together, but at the end of the day, we're trying to use up every bit of space, so it's whatever piece of this clothing is going to fill a gap.
Well,
oh, it's a shame we can't actually see how much is in and how much is left.
I know.
So hopefully
I will send you a picture, because I don't know how
yeah.
to use mine, because it does actually look, well, I should put that one first. No, maybe not. Because that way, but I see your point, because there are little baby gaps around the place. So what?
Yeah.
Tights in there.
And then you get like little spaces in the corners where you can probably push things right to the bottom.
Yeah. And then just sometimes there are gaps. I can see little gaps, but I can shove little tights in there.
Yeah.
It's quite cozy in there.
I know. I'm so envious that I'm not doing that.
I can imagine, as a person that loves everything out of the way, cluttering, it must be like a nightmare. But you look.
Well, I think what I really like is just fitting things in. It's like this really weird joy that I get from it.
Like heaven, whereas I'm thinking hell.
Well, just wait till you get there and you can clean the shower screen. That's something to look forward to.
Then yeah, and then everything will be worth it, darling, I can assure you. Okay. I'm actually quite surprised, actually, because at the moment, because you know, I told you that I normally use those, you know, kind of things that you suck the air out of.
Yeah.
I find, unfortunately, that it does make a lot of the clothes crease, and I really, you know, that's a nightmare because I don't like ironing that much. But I do appreciate.
Well, I don't iron if I can get away with it anything.
Yeah.
So I even start to buy my clothes based on the ironing effect.
I do.
Well, actually, you also made another point, which is obviously very important to you, that the vacuum packed bags can fill a purpose, particularly if you're trying to store a duvet or something, but it's just plastic, isn't it? And you said that you used to have a motorbike, and did you used to roll it, did you say?
Yeah.
Something that was more environmentally friendly?
Yeah, you don't need, yeah, exactly. And they lasted forever. My God, I'm not even full.
Oh my gosh, don't. The problem is,
No, but I'm
you're
not.
probably going to buy a load more stuff.
No, No, but I don't buy because there's nothing open here, so it's fine.
No.
But I'm actually quite surprised because with the Jiffy, and I still feel that there's some little holes on the side, so.
Oh, I'll tell you what I'm thinking then. If you then almost create a crater in the middle, so if you start shuffling things to the sides and the holes and all the rest of it, if you make that kind of crater, then your wash bag could sit inside.
Oh yeah, I forgot about my wash bag.
Because those are the bulky things.
I'm making a crater.
Yeah.
I know. Okay. Yeah, there's a little crater going on there. Actually, that would fit my wash bag easily. Well, I hate to depress you, but it does look rather good.
Wow.
Okay. Can't believe I got.
I tell you what, because it is quite nerve-wracking when you get to the long. Oh yeah, we didn't show anyone that. Just show them quickly.
What?
So you don't have to take it out. That is actually one of your puffer coats that's been rolled within an inch of its life and then stuffed inside a walking sock. And we did that with something else, didn't we?
Yeah.
Or not?
We did that with a top that was really quite hard to use, and these are really particular. They're walking socks, so it's understandable that it would fit in. Oh, I'm really excited. I can't believe that. There's more in here, and I'm not going to have to.
And I tell you what, as well, with those suitcases, they even allow for that kind of slight bulge, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
So you've even got more again.
No, well, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, I've made a little crater in there. And then you said that all the sort of finish things I should put on top because really they don't
take up any room anyway.
And my scarves, I mean, I can just lay them flat, no?
I just think, because as you said, you don't particularly like ironing.
No.
I just think you're making more of a job when you get there, that you almost use the space in the case to have them laying flat.
I can't believe it.
So, because I'm just keen to know that once all those clothes are in now, what have you actually got left? You've got your laptop and your iPad, maybe?
I've got my laptop and I've got my tea things. So I'm thinking I've put my tea things here.
Oh, I tell you what else I remember seeing. You had a pencil case, didn't you?
Well, I've already I've got these, but I'm going to be using them today.
Okay, but you know what? If you've finished with using those today, those could go in the case.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't access them all the time, they could go in the case.
Can't believe it. Look, it's finished.
Well done.
Thank you